Every time something happens in your life that you really don't prefer and you wish wasn't happening, you feel that contraction, right? That closing off of your energy, that frustration, that like, oh, I wish this wasn't happening. So next time that happens, tell yourself that with every contraction comes expansion, which means that for every negative reaction, there is an equal and positive reaction, which means that you are in the driving seat and you can choose whether this contraction ends up in you being expanded or whether you contract even further. Eventually, we all go back into non-physical, and everything that we gathered down here, we will receive when we move from physical into non-physical. So you will never, ever, ever, ever lose anything in this life experience. But you don't actually have to wait until you pass away, until you go on to the non-physical realm to receive all the benefits from the contrast that you're living. Contrast is that word that I use to describe anything that's uncomfortable, anything that's unpreferred, anything like negative that happens in your life that you don't want happening. So if you tell yourself next time that this contraction means that I'm about to expand, because when you contract, you're asking elevates, and you ask your inner being and you ask the universe for more. So your only job is to allow that into your experience. You can keep it away by believing that it won't come, by thinking it's always going to be hard, and by hyper focusing on what's going wrong. But if you can take your attention away from what's going wrong and start to reframe it in your mind, instead of thinking that something's going wrong, tell yourself, even though it looks like it's going wrong, this is actually going exactly as it's meant to, because I didn't come down here for a perfect experience. I came down here to expand, and every time I do overcome a challenge that comes to me, I leave that challenge stronger, happier, more aware, and more in control of my experience. And that's been my experience so many times when something that I didn't want to happen happened, and then I decided to myself, I was like, no, I'm not going to let this dictate if things go well for me. I'm going to insist that this is going to work out really well for me too, because I have that power. I'm the one who chooses how things affect me, because your definition of everything that happens to you is what's giving you that emotional reaction. Because my definition of something happening that's negative might be very different to somebody else's, because I know that I can expand from this and that this will serve me. So if you enter into every challenge and every situation that you don't prefer with that attitude of this is going to serve me really, really well, and I'm going to contract first a little bit, but then I'm going to expand, by just saying that to yourself and believing that over and over again, you will start to see these challenges as blessings, not as a curse. And you will start to expand beyond your wildest dreams, and your freedom and sense of worthiness will increase so much.